here with Automatic Door and Hardware, and today I'm going to talk about drywall knockdown frames. So to start it off, what is a drywall knockdown frame? Well, if you're in the market for a hollow metal door, you may have heard the term drywall KD frame or knockdown frame or drywall knockdown frame thrown around. And essentially what this is it just means that the door frame itself comes to you disassembled in three pieces: the hinge jamb, the strike jamb, and the door frame head. Each component is designed to be placed into the opening and then assembled together. It really doesn't require a whole lot of extra work compared to a pre-hung door frame. In a lot of respects, it's almost easier to install some of these because you can, as you put each component in, you can maneuver it and put it into place rather than having to adjust an entire door system. Okay, so the next topic is jamb depth. And when we refer to jamb depth on a drywall knockdown frame, that is essentially how thick the door jamb of the frame is. Standard drywall knockdown frames are 5 7/8 inch. And what that is that's actually based on 2x4 wood construction with 5/8 inch drywall on each side. And that's really the most popular drywall knockdown frame that we personally sell and that contractors use is the 5 7/8. However, we do offer as well 5 5/8 drywall knockdown frame jamb depths. And 5 5/8 inch jamb depths are typically used on 2x4 construction with 1/2 inch drywall on each side. So when you're actually looking to purchase a drywall knockdown frame, the first thing you're actually going to want to do is first measure the thickness of your wall. And whatever the thickness of the wall is, it's a rule of thumb that the jamb depth you need is at least 1 inch greater than that measurement. So for example, if you measure the wall thickness and you have 4 7/8 inch wall thickness, then the appropriate drywall knockdown frame jamb depth would be 5 7/8 inch. And you may have also heard the term throat thrown around in terms of knockdown frames, and that's just the inside dimension of the door frame. So what you'll actually find is that the throat size, it matches the wall thickness. So if your spec is calling for a 4 7/8 inch throat, then the frame that you would need is a 5 7/8 inch drywall frame. So that's an easy way to kind of determine what the jamb depth is that you require for your drywall knockdown frame. And again, in summary, it's just simply what is your wall thickness, and then add 1 inch to that, and that will be the jamb depth you require. And in most cases, you need the 5 5/8 inch or 5 7/8 inch drywall knockdown frame jamb depth. Unless you're doing some sort of remodel, maybe where the contractor, homeowner, or building owner did something bizarre in terms of the thickness of the wall. Maybe they added extra drywall on top of old existing drywall or something like that. Then it can alter. But even in those cases, as long as you make sure that your drywall knockdown frame is larger, at least 1 inch larger than that wall thickness, you'll be fine. And in those unique cases, sometimes you have to go with a larger jamb depth door frame and you can't make it exact, and you could always trim it out or add thickness to the other side or anything like that to make it look more finished. Okay guys, that wraps it up for today. I hope you have a better understanding of what a drywall knockdown frame is. If you have any questions, feel free to email sales@autodoorandhardware.com, and we'd be happy to explain to you or answer your question in the best way we can. And if you're in the market for a drywall knockdown frame, we recommend our Gladiator hollow metal door products. Gladiator is one of our brands, but we actually manufacture our own door frame, the Gladiator door frame, and it's a really heavy duty door frame. We have it installed in buildings across America. It uses a heavy duty 16 gauge steel frame, so in the event you ever need to weld to it or anything like that, or weld it, it's thick enough to weld. A lot of other door frames out there, are 18 gauge or 20 gauge, where if you try to weld it, it'll just pierce a hole right through it. Or even if you install it, in a commercial setting, it just dings and is flimsy. So with our Gladiator drywall knockdown frames, you don't have to worry about that. And included too are the drywall compression anchors and an anchor for the bottom of the door frame. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to contact us at sales@autodoorandhardware.com. Thanks again for your time.